The 3 tips. One day a man left his country heading to a new area, and there he entered a monastery to serve, and after spending time serving faithfully, he wished to see his wife and his homeland, so he said to the head of the monastery, "I have served you all this time sincerely, but I want to return to my country now." The abbot replied, "Well, my son, but before you go, I will give you 3 pieces of advice. First, when you change your old way, you will face trouble. The second, watch a lot and talk a little. And the third, think about your actions well before you do them. Well thought out actions are wiser and more beneficial." After that, the abbot gave him a loaf and said to him, "Divide it in half when you are happy." The good man left, and on his way back home, he met a group of travelers. The travelers told him, "We would take the nearby road, because it is short. Would you like to come with us?" The man thought for a moment and then remembered the abbot's advice and answered them, "Thank you, my friends, I will continue to go on this road." And when he reached the middle of the road, he heard the sound of shooting. He looked from afar and found that a group of thieves had killed the travelers. The man thanked his God and continued on his way. While he was walking, he reached a large house, so he entered asking for food. The owners of the house gave him a large plate of delicious meat, but when the man put his fork in the piece of meat, he discovered that it's human flesh. He wanted to ask the owner of the house about the significance of providing meat like this, but he remembered the second tip, watch a lot and talk a little. Then he thanked the house owner for hosting him. The owner of the house said, "Well done, my son, you saved yourself from death, because anyone who inquired about my food was killed immediately and cooked." The man thanked him, then left this ominous house. The man arrived at his homeland and went to his house, but he didn't find his wife. He found a well-prepared table for 2 people with 2 cups, 2 forks, and 2 plates. The man said to himself, "How is this? I left my wife alone, and here I am seeing a table prepared for 2. Therefore, he hid under the bed to find out what's going on. His wife entered the house carrying a jug of water. Soon afterward, a strange young man came, and the woman hugged and kissed him. The man became angry and almost went out and killed them, but he remembered the third advice of the abbot, so he retracted his action and kept watching them. During their conversation, the wife said to the young man, "I haven't seen you for a long time, but God has compensated me with a husband who was a brother, father, and mother to me." This man was her brother whom she didn't see for many years, and when the husband concluded that he was her brother, he came out from under the bed laughing from the intensity of joy, and then he embraced and kissed them. After that, he remembered the loaf that his master gave him to eat when he is happy, and when he divided the loaf, gold coins fell from it. The abbot had hidden them in the loaf as a reward for him if he carried out the 3 tips.